This man didn't dare make a sound because once he did, the monster would hunt him down. He was careful and meticulous when getting medicine, afraid of making even the slightest noise. When walking in the wild, he only dared to go barefoot. Despite being so cautious, he still overlooked the child's innocence. After the family walked onto the bridge, the sound of a toy suddenly came from behind. The man's expression instantly turned to panic. Turning around, he found his young son holding a noisy toy airplane. He rushed towards his son, but the monster in the forest also sprinted towards the boy. The mother and daughter watched this scene, nervously covering their mouths, not daring to make any sound. A year later, the survivors became even more cautious. To avoid the monsters, they installed surveillance cameras and warning lights around the house. However, the mother was pregnant again. The family made thorough preparations for this because the slightest mistake could cost them their lives. The mother monitored her physical condition every day and calculated her due date. She took out an oxygen tank and a homemade soundproof box. In this silent world, every decision and every action had to be perfect. After several peaceful days, the due date was getting closer. That day, the father prepared to take his son to search for supplies. The daughter was a bit unhappy because she wasn't taken along. Just as the father and son were bringing back supplies, they saw an eerie old man with his wife lying on the ground. It was clear they had been attacked by the monster. The man gestured to the old man not to make a sound, but the old man's wife was already dead, and he was now seeking death. The man frantically signaled the old man not to make a sound, but the old man still did. The man immediately hugged his son and hid behind a large tree, tightly covering his son's mouth. The monster, hearing the sound, rushed over and instantly slaughtered the old man. But just as the crisis on the father and son's side had not been resolved, the mother's due date came early and her water broke. Will she be able to give birth to the baby? Due to copyright issues, we can only show you up to this point. Interested friends can watch the original film.